I've been in the hospital for a month. How's everything been going game-wise, comic-wise and board-wise?
Are you the anon that got hit by a moving truck peeling the fuck out?
Welcome back. Well, Sonic X Shadow Generations will be getting an animation, and there's going to be a phone game called Sonic Rumble that looks a little bit like a Fall Guys inspired racing game. Fang's comic arc is done. Board is fine as always.
I like talking about Sonic and post things silly images.
Same. Banter.
Are you me?
Same.
Imagine the view.
You think this is funny? Yes.
Like further like son.
I don't like that last part about silly images. Silly images are for babies.
No more silly images, no I post cursed ones.
Cursed? You mean coon?
Guess what happens next?
Snoo snoo. What's next for them?
More irrelevance.
Permanently separating them.
They show up next to each other in random merch and shippers cream their pants.
Yes.
Dying together by asphyxia inside a plastic bag. So romantic.
Holy fuck.
What does everyone's breath smell like?
Towels equals minty. Sonic equals chili dogs. Silver equals apples. Don't know about anyone else.
Come. But what ab? Yes. Even? Yes. Blase.
The bootplug got activated by mistake.
She's sitting on a giant clock hand. I think the butt plug is doing nothing in this situation.
Amogla.
Reboot 1 plus 2 plus CD plus 3K plus Rush is one big 3D game. Sonic Overdrive Fangame. Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles and Blaze each have their own stories.
Gameplay is empty space 45-degree angle camera slot. Not sick of this shit.
What does your OCZ breath smell like?
I don't have OC, but my breath smells like Oral.
Oral-B toothpaste, right?
Grease, beer, and cheap cigars.
Blazetica.
Blase Descartes.
Blase Descartes.
In the next Sonic game there will be a new character.
It's a giraffe!
I love giraffes. This one is cute.
I wanna demolish that tall gina.
Silver in the same zone as Blaze. Sun A's weenies. What's our response?
These games are non-canon.
This was pretty much the start of them being a confirmed pair after the events of 06. This is the first time they're paired together after that game.
Everyone will perish beneath me.
Don't, please!
Fuck.
Amifags want to woo by Metal Sonic. He's a cold, calculating, soulless machine.
Absolutely
It is
based.
completely impossible for him to feel sympathy for anyone or be swayed by cuteness or humanity.
Holy
Even
face.
drawing silly fan art of things like this just shows how much Amifags actually hate what makes this series great. Amifags want to ify fucking everyone in the series, don't they? Or she's just so cute that everybody is her
It's a
simply
silly
a
joke
heartless,
drawing.
soulless killer robot. She just completely erodes away the hard-shown edge the characters used to have. I hate Amifags so much. I hate Amy more than anything. Amy is a complete cancer.
Sounds like the exact type of character that Amy types naturally gravitate towards. Shadow and Maria are the perfect example of that, since Shadow is a glorified Metal Sonic anyway.
It's more than that. It's a look into the mind of the Amifag. It's a manifestation of the degradation of the Sonic series.
Based
It's
once
a testament
again.
to the fact that
How
Amifags
does
are
he
willing to
keep
distort
doing
the
it?
very essence of the characters and the series itself for their own sick amusement. Metal Sonic was a character designed to be a formidable adversary, a symbol of cold, unfeeling machinery, and to Amifags, he's reduced to a joke, a mere puppet swayed by Amy's supposed cuteness, either that, or just a bowling pin for her to easily knock down so she can show how she's so much better than everyone else. This is not a joke, it's a subversion. It's a mockery of the character's original design and purpose. It's a mockery of the creative integrity and appeal of the series. Amifags are under the illusion that every character in the series exists to fawn over Amy. They genuinely believe that's all they should be for. They genuinely do everything they can to sway and influence and manipulate on social media to get what they want. They make me want to puke. So, it's not just a silly joke drawing. It's a symbol of how far the Sonic series has strayed from its roots, and how much AimFags are willing to utterly subvert, soften, and dumb down the series as much as possible to suit their cancerous MoFag preferences.
Amy and Metal debuted in the exact same game and were designed by the exact same guy. That alone makes everything you say sound like nonsense.
I'm sorry, do you mean Sonic CD? The game where Metal Sonic terrorizes cute innocent animals and eradicates them across time periods with no emotion? The game where he kidnaps Amy without a shred of care or remorse for the fear and sadness he caused her? The game where Metal
Amy?
Sonic was introduced as a cold?
More like Lamey.
Aminic the throat hog.
As if you get any?
Fucks off and game expects you to feel sad. When she was extremely dull and had zero chemistry with Silver the entire time. Sacrifice was entirely pointless to the plot like the rest of the story. What were they thinking? WHO likes this garbage.
You say this like literally anyone other than the room temperature IQ Sylvasofags like Silver's story in 06.
This is why I prefer the Soul Dimension origin.
Shadow and Metal Sonic vs Maria and Amy. Who wins?
Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Coughing bombs versus hydrogen babies.
Honestly, coughing baby has a chance. A bomb's only attack is its detonation and it destroys itself in the process. If the baby is outside of the blast zone he could win. All I'm saying is that baby with prep time could win.
Post your OC's job/role.
Anon the human, rapist of Jokerian females.
I have an OC who is a redneck who just survives in the wilderness of Hilltop and crafts weapons out of Eggman robot parts she finds lying around/destroys.
Welfare fraud.
School shooter. No, wait, scratch that. Kindergarten shooter.
Thief to all, Blazefags!
What did Blazefags ever do to you guys?
Omega is Blazefag Patient 0.
Marine's gigantic milky boobies.
Marines?
Yeah, just look at her.
I see nothing. There's nothing there, Anon. She's a ball.
Characters that tried to kill Sonic before but Sonic became friends with / gave a second chance.
It's only bad when Americans do it.
Sonic hates Tetris.
Perfect anti-Sonic.
Fix the rise and counter shading.
She have acne?
I like to think they are acne scars and she is very self-conscious about it.
She should be.
STHG will love you if you have acne, if you're fat, if you turn into a kaiju, if you're a human or a skunk, if you're a guy or a girl, hell, they'll even love you if you're Jewish. But being a pink hedgehog with a little extra screen time is where they draw the line.
Be nice, she is trying her best.
No, I'm a mean bastard. Get some braces, overbite.
Have a nice day too, sir.
Acne, overbite, half-grown eyebrows, short yet unkempt hair, but at least you did your eyelashes. Why did you even bother?
Tails says, don't show up to the restoration tomorrow.
Glass shattering SFX.
You could at least be competent at something. Did you drop all the food? You clumsy dunderhead. Who would want a rat cooking for them? Or is catching the plague supposed to sound appetizing?
She's a possum.
Oh good, so her talent is pretending to be dead. But all it does is disappoint people when they realize it's just an act.
I prostrate myself.
Yeah, show me that proshalio man whore.
I'm gonna kill Marine.
Wrong. Marine will kill you, whether through violence or sexual exhaustion. She has the upper hand.
Grab Marine by the tail and throw her really hard at the nearest wall.
Ugly and shit compared to Marine.
Sex.
Sonic's best female hero in years has a huge
pair of milkers. There, I said it.
Maria will be sharing a VA with Hinata as a XSG seems oddly fitting.
Hinata ruined shipping in anime romances. Seething Sakura facts are still a thing to this day.
Hinata ruined nothing because us Hinata chads. 1.
Someone post the full lore.
Okay, Kumas wanna fuck Lanalin's mom and use her as a way to project their weird sex fantasies. That's about it really. Anytime someone tried to come up with any sort of genuine sheep mama lore headcanon, it got hijacked by Kumas.
Tails is for cream.
Why butthole?
Cute art. be lucky that one psychotic Hunifag isn't here to murder you over this chip.
I'll miss seeing Vector Fags and SBO Fags giving them the business over being pedo for tails.
Hunifag was so strange. They hated cream pedos, and fine, that's not an abnormal opinion. But they were a massive tails pedo. In fact, they had detailed sex fantasies and fetishized specifically the idea of Tails being a kid.
Sonic begs Tails for food, but if Tails asked him for a chili dog, he'd rape him for daring to ask him that.
This thread is so lame. Do something.
Okay then.
Okay. Something something silver potential. Something something Amy bad. Something something power level fagging. Something something I hate Ian. There, good enough.
Bratty Fox needs correction.
I'm gonna do you.
Let's talk about issue 64.
It was Evan's worst written story. Next topic. Do you think Momlin would make a good Mafia Don?
That would complement well with Clutch involvement in the Restoration's sabotage.
It also goes well with her genuinely falling for Mimic.
Mimic thought he could milk her dry with his many tentacles. Unbeknownst to him.
Any reason why people keep drawing Sonic characters with weird realistic human feet, or weird paw things? We know what they canonically look like, yet it feels like everyone deliberately ignores that detail for little to no reason.
Simplified paws are cute.
Human feet, fetishists, animal paws, furries, cartoon blob paw, people that like blob feet but think it's silly / too low detail. It's pretty much just a preference thing. Blob and blob paw are pretty much on equal ground for me. Case in point, Alatar does blob paw very well.
Blobs only look okay when the rest of the body has a very low amount of detail, and the proportions are very cartoonish. Otherwise it just starts to look uncanny because both people and animals don't have blob feet. And Sonic characters were not designed to run around barefoot in the first place, so when you remove their shoes it feels that something is missing.
When I was a kid I accidentally found a fanfic of Sonic raping a Pikachu on LiveJournal and I don't think I've ever been the same.
Pussy.
ヒューヒュエヒュー。俺はスーパーブラゼ。おーあいおーあい何？レッドさん。何おーあいやまてややまてえやいえやいのののののえやいあー。シルバー様助けてお願いシルバー様えやいやいやいやい
Don't worry, io li arts the bad guys. Stupid broad. He's after me.
That's a really nice omega.
Gross, this possum bitch probably has worms.
We love worms here.
I think you have a kink for bad boys with good girls. Draw friend. I want to know where this started within you.
No, I don't.
The amount of art you made of that theming says otherwise.
Tails, once he is a fully realized hero, that has been mandated to never again regress, should act like an in-between of Ratchet and Clank.
Mandate that Tails never shows up again instead. I hate him.
Why?
You hate him as he is now, which is fair.
Mandate that you kill yourself.
Do you think that Ian realized that he basically caused the great schism within the Sonic fans?
How many great schisms is it at this point?
Back again to declare my love of Marine's gigantic breasts.
You can have the tits. I'll take the rack.
I miss when this series had some edge. Say what you want about Shadow 05, but I'd take that again over Sonic Rumble and Sonic Babies.
A Sonic Fall Guys would have actually be a fun idea if it was better styled and more fast-paced, but from what I've seen it's just a carbon copy of Fall Guys with none of the Sonic feel or charm you'd expect from a Sonic race battle game.
Every each franchise takes the kiddie pill sooner or later.
Together you.
2020 is the era of this thing I used to hate. I actually liked it the entire time. And it's so fucking weird.
Where have you seen this?
Just look at how Shadow's been treated with how everyone suddenly appreciates edgy things again.
Mention of Rouge's feelings for Knuckles. No mention of Amy's feelings on Sonic. Never thought I would see the day.
Nux Rouge bros, I kneel.
Treasure. Secrets. Knuckles. What?
Oh my god!
Always has been.
Fucking based.
Shad Rouge fags in shambles.
Nux Rouge bros, we win. We always win. People should know better than to expect Sega to officialize a shit involving the main character of this franchise. It will never happen. Side characters will always be on the table and that's what makes every single one of them better than Sonic.
Son Amy gets ignored. Nexuj gets a casual mention for the 1000th time. Is anyone actually surprised by this?
You want something cool or Ed?
I don't want this boner. I don't want it.
Ooh.
Games, Sonic Colors.
Sorry we don't have that here. Comics okay instead?
Should I storytime the leaked tissue here?
Yeah, please.
If you fancy.
Yes.
I wonder how Whisper would feel if she saw Sonic forming an alliance with Eggman. Ah gee whiz, it sure is convenient that her and the rest of the shitty OCS aren't around to see this since they hate Eggman for ruining their lives. Oh sweet baby yabba dabba doo.
This is a setup for the biggest anal storm in Sonic fandom history if Sonic fails to expose Clutch, but he gets outed for working with Eggman. Lanolin is going to go nuclear on him for siding with the enemy. Whisper is going to have a mental breakdown and Tangle is going to need to back her up. Jewel is going to be torn between Amy and Clutch since he'd been seducing her, and Amy is definitely going to side with Sonic no matter what happens, along with Tails. All three of them are going to be chased out of the public for this stunt. They're all going to be publicly known as Eggman goons and not heroes anymore. We are not ready for this.
That sounds way too interesting for a story written by Evan Stanley.
It gets even worse when you realize that this is going to be framed as Sonic and friends being so egotistical over being disqualified that they tried to ruin the race for everybody. There is no way they're going to be able to positively spin this for them like what happened to Silver when he went after Duo.
Nothing that interesting ever happens in IDW. Fuck you for giving us good ideas.
Lanolin works for Clutch.
Would it be hilarious if, by the time the arc was over, everyone was convinced that Lanolin was working for Clutch because of her attitude and actions, but she really wasn't, and it finally sinks in how much of a bitch she's been?
No one defending Lanolin thinks she works for Clutch though. It mainly people who want an explanation for why she's being a bitch. People defending her love that she's a bitch or think she's in the right about everything.
I theorize she works for Clutch not because she's a bitch, but because she seems to react every time it involves obvious sabotage. In both occasions, she quickly shuts the heroes down and tells them to fuck off. I know it's likely not the case knowing this comic, but it can look like Lanolin is covering for the bad guys.
Lanolin is the Frank Grimes of Sonic, except she's not funny and we can't get rid of her.
Who the fuck is Mimic is working for again?
An entire thread of Sonic fans who have never played classic Sonic. Cream.
Of course I've played classic Sonic. Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Unleash are some of my favorite retro games. Felt like such a boomer playing them though. But I can see why some of you old heads say it's a must play.
Kill yourself.
Trapped at a wedding, they're dancing now. Bros, I'm so fucking hungry. Sonic characters for this feel?
Sonic at the wedding of Knuckles and Rouge.
Knuckles going to his wedding in full ceremonial tribal garb would be fucking adorable.
Uereis movie trailer?
Bring Artifactson ally writer into the main series. Amy turns into shit and Son Amy is destroyed. Who could have saw that coming?
Amy was shit long before Ian's grubby fingers touched her by.
The characters who love Sonic are the worst and the characters who will beat his ass are the best.
Grew up a Sato fag. He also authored a Sonic X Teletubbies fanfic when he was like 20. The Patriots are in control.
Westerners are still furious that Amy replaced Sally, so they're just gonna siphon away any attraction Amy had for Sonic, even though Sally was written as tough girl who was gaga for Sonic. Yeah, you're a schizo. Go ahead, call me whatever you want.
You're definitely a schizo, but you're probably onto something too.
Sonic and Amy are going to be so awkward around Iacatha now.
Can't be worse than Ash and Serena.
They seem fine.
Sparky.
That's just Sparky.
I am not female.
You are also not Sparky.
I am Sparky.
Stop stalking Sparky, it is weird.
I am Sparky.
Why are you so obsessed with Sparky?
Sparky literally died. That person is just a pretender
I am not
schizo.
dead. I am Sparky.
Sparky's dead? No. But I actually liked Sparky. I thought his stuff was charming and fun. Why the fuck did he die?
I don't believe you. Post something only the real Sparky would know, like the front and back of your credit card.
I am Sparky.
Stop pretending to be a dead persona.
Sally Bros.
Japanese Sonic statue is restored by the owners and is a touching story about family. Burger shit Sonic statue owner refuses to let it be touched and lets the statues rot. It's almost as if.
Burger shit, and on this is Roo shit.
Burger characters.
Marine got a stomachache after eating an entire pizza and an entire box of cookies.
Sonic characters for this film. Human women and boys.
I don't like AI anymore.
Japanese SA2 script states Shadow was completed after Maria's death. This either means Shadow interacted with Maria while being incomplete and needed multiple checkups, or Maria and Shadow never interacted.
It's likely they were going for this because Rouge insinuates that Shadow's memories were altered/tampered with. If any character is schizophrenic, it's Shadow.
Shadow's memories on the Ark are fabricated and were officially born when Eggman activated him back on Prison Island.
Shadow says,
"Everyone I know and love is dead or is just a figment of my imagination. What purpose do I have to exist if everything I know isn't real? This is who I am."
He was never activated before Eggman's raid on Prison Island. Thus Shadow was complete when Gerald gave him Maria memories, most likely as a means to give him motivation to get revenge on both Gun and Black Arms.
Stop talking about toes.
No!
Keep talking about toes.
Remember when Cream's prototype design had toes?
I'm Proto.
What do you think Sonic characters' gloves are made out of?
Sweat and cum.
The bleached and dyed skin of their recently deceased.
Some grab tails made so Sonic would get chilly shit on it.
Eggman Industries. They make all brands in Sonic.
Hyena's shit.
I hope a build of hyenas gets leaked so we can all laugh at how terrible it would have been.
I love Tails mostly because I love
Why
Mara.
does Cosmo have such a dumpy?
Dunno, but I hope someone draws it without the dress.
Sonic should explore the idea of Blobian/human marriage.
More people would like IDW if they just made this canon.
Jewel is on it.
Female Mobians doing a Bane Gesserit move.
Vanilla telling you to stick your hand in the box.
Oh God. I really hope there's a hungry horse back there.
Mobians?
Someone told me Big the Cat is the Broly of the Sonic verse. Is this true? Perhaps?
Nah, he's more like the fat boo. God help them if they ever have to deal with Kidbit.
What's the evolutionary advantage of not having toes?
You are less likely to stick in mud.
Keeps away foot fags.
スーパーソニックランニング
Human toes are worthless and might vanish. We are evolving into blobbious.
Only the little toes looking that grow.
Can't stop them. Please stop anthropomorphizing evolution.
Giovanna, here another joke / STHG.
I do. Aw man.
Is Mobius a post-capitalist, post-scarcity society?
Eggman is a member of the proletariat working to overthrow Sonic and the bourgeois elites.
Sonic doesn't even have an apartment or house, or a bank account.
Archie Nick / Saddam Nick lives with his parents.
That's what he wants you to think. Where do you think all those rings go? Back to the poor? Or into Sonic's pockets?
You're asking too many questions. Stay away from open windows.
Does anyone else think Frontier's Sonic is pretty? Look.
Not after being thrown to a wall by a giant mech.
I think adding combat mechanic is a step in the right direction since Sonic have characters like Shadow, Knuckles, Blaze, and Silver, and because platformer genre is kinda dead anyway. All gamers wants nowadays is DMC Fortnite type of games.
The Flames of Disaster.
Movie Silver soon.
The Flames of Disaster.
STHG isn't gay, it's queer.
Holy OOC.
Original Googling content. Seethe Grandpa, Shadme is now.
Really wish /STHG would stop being invaded by these terminally online retarded essay posters. It clogs everything up with their autistic putrid shit.
Invaded /STHG is terminally online retarded essay posters.
What happened? You mean Sparky?
Him and the fag he's arguing with.
But you do admit they have some good points, no?
Sparky and Amy Hater. That's their rivalry dynamic. Sparky is Amy Hater's personal entertainment. And Sparky just does not resist bait. They are meant to argue with each other.
I don't think Amy Hater is just baiting.
Here's the recap. I am Sparky. No you aren't. I am Sparky. Stop pretending to be Sparky. I am Sparky. Amy should be removed. No, Amy is essential. Repeat each line 100 times.
Really having some mistress for me? How do you plan on doing that?
I have some tea and yoga poses to show you. Really relaxing stuff.
My mom saw me wearing a shadow beanie I got at Hot Topic and she said it looked stupid.
What do you mean stupid?
No, it was the one with the tassels.
Lanaline tampering with Amy's tea. Lanaline waiting until Amy falls asleep. Lanaline shutting and locking the door tight.
If lanoline's milk contains caffeine and stimulants, hat does momlin /chamais milk have in it?
Distilled racism.
Viagra.
Tangle and Amy sampling lanoline's cake.
Some good cake is on the menu.
I don't know why, but this reeks of pedophilia.
Luckily our human laws don't apply to Sonic characters.
TFW4 but nobody is around to milk you.
Mom, stop hugging him. Other planet store milky, do you know?
I love lanolin but I tire of the weird milk fetish talk.
Same, I wish it was piss drinking instead.
Would you? Would I?
Isn't it odd how gambling and casinos are portrayed as no big deal in the Sonic franchise?
Mobians are severe moral hazards.
Yeah, odd.
It's a vibe we need more of. How about an open world game in Casino Park, complete with interior buildings and underground parts and skyscrapers, and multiple playable characters and side missions?
If Sonic's drink count goes into the red, the casino sends out some hired goons to break his legs.
Some of you faggots can't just leave terminal autists alone. I don't care about Crack or Quark or Zano Shimmer and their perpetual Sonic spurging and bait posts.
Stop using Twitter. Move to Mastodon.
Amy is already being prepped to be gay.
Women don't have sexualities.
Cunt.
Stop.
I still want to know how the ideal Son-Amy relationship would differ from Sonic and Tails in practice. Emphasis on in practice. Not in character archetypes, but in actual behavior that can be shown in a game for children.
Tails is Tails, Amy is Amy. Tails is the Gohan to Sonic's Piccolo, Amy is the Mini to Sonic's Mickey. Tails is the little kid idolizing and admiring Sonic. He will copy and imitate Sonic's mannerisms. He trails behind him and pushes himself to keep up in what might as well be a one-sided race. Sonic generally doesn't care what Tails does but keeps an eye out for him. Tails is the caution.
Tails is not a love interest. Is that true? Then why is Tails willingly takes his blue cock in him every day? Curious.
Your fanfiction isn't canon.
Babe the Beta X Sparky the Kitsune.
Pussy too small.
Amy should go off on her own and travel the world for a bit. It's a
Sonic adventure.
Food down the munchbox.
We need to exterminate the islands. Now, every close call apocalypse has come from there and it's only going to get worse.
I like to think that Gun is only held back from interfering with Blobians and Eggman because the president, who is good friends with Sonic and Shadow.
You are a pirate!
Draws Sonic characters pooping in diapers. Draws Sonic characters fucking her Aussies. Gets to work in an official comic. Puts her diaper porno sees in an official Sonic comic. Created official diaper shit. What a nightmare.
Draws Sonic characters fucking her OCs. Based.
It becomes unbased because JN is the type of person doing it. I would stop breathing oxygen just to not have that in common with JN.
I need a Landolin mini-series drawn exclusively by ABT.
Agreed.
Sonic for this feel?
I wish sex wasn't real. Sex is fucking stupid. Like, actually think about it. You shove your disgusting malformed crotch rod flesh mound into a woman's flesh pocket that you both pee from, and the alternative is her fecal hole, and one of them forced her body to swell as it creates a new life form in her body that leeches off her nutrients like a parasite, then proceeds to push out bowling ball out of her crotch flaps. Honestly, sex is the most unholy and gross thing to exist, yet people want this shit.
Women don't pee out of their vagina not. Also, Jet has a cloaca.
Jet would never say this.
Jet said this.
When I think about it, the world would be so much better if sex wasn't a thing. Think about it. No pedophilia, no rape, no sex trafficking, no STDs, and people would love Yakatha solely based on compatibility as people and not this person makes my dick hard / makes me get wet.
If sex wasn't a thing, where would babies come from? Would we fuck like springtails and just do a funny little dance until a male deposited a sperm packet and the females sat down on it?
Yes, that sounds funny, lol.
Eat Jow heart fruit and boom. Egg.
Where would babies come from? Duh, stalks. Of course.
WTF, Sonic would not do this.
Holy moly, Sonic would do this.
In character.
Fi Chad B1.
Do you think Son-Amy would be a bad relationship? Actually think about it. Amy idolizes Sonic, which isn't healthy. She could see himself too highly and herself too lowly, or find Sonic flaws to be way worse because her expectations were way too high.
Amy was designed to pair well with Sonic's personality in a way that is both interesting and suitable for Sonic's own lifestyle.
My brain is too burned by autistic characterization convos. I can't imagine Sonic and Amy going on a single date without the surrounding crowd shouting. Out of character.
I looked up my name in the archives and you people still talk about me daily even though I haven't been active here in 2 years. But supposedly I'm the mentally ill one. It's...
Why wouldn't we talk about you, Sonic?
Rouge is never going to give up trying to steal the Master Emerald because it's a serial mascot bullshit unrelatable trait of hers. That alone puts Nux Rouge off the table.
Counter argument. If she marries Knuckles, she also technically owns it and it would now be a family heirloom. She just has to build a house next to the thing and bam, she has it 24/7.
But Anon she loves him. She likes him so he must return her feelings. Never mind how he possibly feels. We all make sacrifices for the ones we love. Sniff.
Excellent whiteboard today. Thanks for coming. Draw friends. Full Re's image is in the Boru link.
Tranny art ruins the entire thing again. Wolf Amy should kill himself as soon as possible, disgusting creature.
What is wrong with you?
I forgot about Belwan drawing Eggman's, quote children unquote, but that's okay because so did Eggman.
Who drew the silver? I feel like I rarely see silver drawn in the whiteboard, so it's cool to see one of my faves actually in one.
Our draw fags are beautiful.
Meanness.
You guys need complex character arcs to explain why a teenage boy would decide to fuck.
What were they thinking when they made Sonic Underground?
Let's spawn!
Oh heart.
I'm gonna pretend you made a typo.
Family bonding.
Do you know what the real difference is between Sonic and all of you? Sonic didn't go to school and yet he is smarter than you. How do you explain that?
Sonic is a fictional character.
No one here cares about Eggman, it's egg over.
There's more to life than sex.
Like jerking off.
Paragonic really is a hero.
Which Tails in Shatterverse is the best to sleep with?
9. Tsundere sex is always the hottest.
Real kid.
I can't believe that Sonic is Chinese.
Giving Sonic a collar and leash and taking him out for daily walks.
Why do you guys need a fictional blue hedgehog to fuck so badly?
Please tell Amy your troubles.
I need sex with Mobian women.
Sonic Boom might have sold if it was a Satam spin-off instead of Core 4.
False.
It might have sold if the fags who made it all killed themselves and gave the right to make it to a studio that didn't want to rip off Ratchet and Clank.
Satam's own channel didn't want it.
Yeah, this is going to make a good thread simulator.
It's back?
Include me in the video.
Did you just screenshot every time you post something?
I've been in at least 3, so fingers crossed I'm gonna make it into this one.
I hope some of mine show up again.
Neat. WTF does this mean? And what are you gonna do with it?
It's a video with screenshots of threads.
Lurk more.
I hope I haven't said anything too embarrassing.